Hi, my name's Ian and I'm a gearhead with Competitive Cyclists, and we are here in beautiful Santa Cruz, California, the famous cycling mecca, to visit one of our brands that we carry on our website, Giro. They share an office with Bell and Blackburn. We're out here for a few days. We're going to check out the testing facility. We're going to meet with some of the cool people here. We're going to check out some of the design process. They've got a new helmet coming, the Aries Spherical, as well as some other really exciting stuff. So we're going to go inside and meet with everybody, and hopefully you follow along and really enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Dane Zafke. I'm Giro's Director of Marketing for Bike and Snow. I'm right here in our Santa Cruz office. I'm in our test lab, what we call the Dome, and I have our brand new Aries Spherical Helmet in my hands. We're extraordinarily excited about this thing. I mean, one, it's gorgeous, as you can see, but I really feel like we've perfected so many different technologies on this helmet. I think back to some of our most iconic helmets over time. I mean, I've been here for 13 years. I have a lot of favorites. But I ride in my new Aries, and I swear, there's nothing left to perfect. I mean, this thing is a work of art. So at the heart of Aries, what really sets it apart, the thing that's most visible, the technology, is the aura reinforcing arch. Now that's what allows us to have these big, wide open vents. It's the kind of thing that not only visually is it dramatic and beautiful, it's the kind of thing you can feel. It's a combination of these big, wide open vents, plus our internal channeling inside. So truly you get this air flowing from the vents inside over your scalp and able to exhaust out the back. So the aura reinforcing arch does so much for this helmet. Not only does it allow us to have these huge wide open vents, it helped us get to a more compact shape as well. Because it acts like a skeleton and adds a lot of strength and durability to the helmet, we were able to slim that profile down much more. If you compare like a size medium Aries to a size medium Ether, you can really see the difference. You know, we talk about the mirror test a lot here at Giro. That's something that we want people to want to wear helmets. You know, we always say that the safest helmet in the world isn't going to get used if people don't want to wear it.
My name's Andy Brunelli. I'm the Senior Manager of the R&D facilities here for Giro and Bell helmets. So the process has been evolving since 1985. Since Giro was founded. One way that has been a tried and true method over the years has been through the use of clay models and the design being edited by hand. So you're able to get a lot of complex curves and transitions and surfaces that would be very difficult to achieve in a CAD world. We have also developed a faster method, which is through the use of half-scale foam eggs that we start off with a foam block that is machined down to a generic shape like this that has the generic outer and with our desired head form machined inside. And from there, the designer can quickly sketch in pencil and finally do a more dialed design on the outside. Once we get something like this, we can white light scan this model, put it into CAD space, grow the helmet to be a full-size representation of this, and then print it on a 3D printer. So in a lot of ways, you get the best of both worlds. You get the ability to create these complex surfaces by hand, and with the use of CAD and 3D printing, then get a model that is full size. And it gives the designers, marketing, and everybody involved an opportunity to see the helmet in its infancy in real life. So the design process for Giro is an ongoing conversation, and one that could last for as long as it needs to last. Yeah, it could take a few months. It could take over a year. What's important is that the finished design is as strong as it can possibly be. My favorite part of the Aries is how sleek and slender it is on your head. Some helmets will look great sitting on a table, you know, and you'll say, that's a great looking helmet. And then you'll put it on and you'll walk by a mirror maybe and then just wish it still was on the table. The Aries is not that. It definitely passes the silhouette test for me, and I like the way it looks, I like the way it feels, and I like the way it performs.
So Aries uses spherical technology. It's powered by MIPS, so you see that yellow dot on the side. You'll also see this cool spherical logo. Spherical Technology is this super cool ball and socket type movement. It's an innovation that was born right here in this test lab. We worked with MIPS throughout the process. You get the same benefits of MIPS addressing rotational energy, but the best thing about it is you don't have that typical slip plane against your head. All you have are these nice, comfortable pads, and you have these smaller touch points. So breathability is enhanced, but comfort is vastly enhanced by spherical technology. So in addition to spherical opening up more ventilation, spherical's more comfortable, another thing that's really cool about it is we can go with two different densities of foam. In this case, they're both EPS, inner and outer, but the EPS on the inside is a slightly lower density. That's really good at addressing lower speed crashes, essentially. Kind of those slower speed tumbles. Where on the outer edge, we've put a firmer EPS. That's really good for those high speed, I hate to say, catastrophic crashes, right? The stuff we don't want to talk or think about. But between those two different densities on the inner and outer, we're able to address a really wide range of crash scenarios.
Hi, I'm Brett Klotz, mechanical engineer at Giro Sport Design. This is the DOME, stands for Design, Observation, Materials, and Engineering. And this sets us apart from other brands because we have, I think, upwards of 50 tests that we can get done in here, testing anything from material strength, impact testing for helmets, aerodynamics. Whatever we make, we can test it here. Yeah, we have our own wind tunnel right here in the dome, and we're able to test anything for aerodynamics, for drag force, and for cooling power of our helmets. So we can take different designs, put them in there, and see how our helmets stack up, and then make design changes in the shape shop, and bring it right back here an hour later and test it again, see how we've improved. We have in-house capabilities to do roll-off and retention testing. Roll-off is when you try to rip the helmet off for the front or the back of your head and make sure the retention system keeps it on. So if you were to get snagged by a branch and then fall off your bike, your helmet's not going to fall off your head and your head's going to hit the ground. Your helmet stays on your head and protects you in that way after you get snagged. The retention test is something similar, but focuses more on things like the webbing and the buckle. We have in-house test capabilities for Virginia Tech, CPSC, CE, Australia, ASTM, the list goes on. Any type of impact testing, we can do it on our test rigs here. The Virginia Tech test ranges for two different speeds, so higher impact energies and lower impact energies, as well as rotation, which is really important in keeping your brain safe because it rotates basically in a fluid, and mitigating that is one of the leading factors in reducing concussion risks. We also have our linear impact test rig, which can drop on a flat, curb, hemisphere, any other shape anvil that is in the standards or we can think of that we think represents a real world scenario and needs to be tested. What we're looking for in an impact is energy transfer and actually taking the energy from an impact and putting it into the helmet, not your head. So when you see a helmet like this that's scraped up, broken, that doesn't necessarily mean that it didn't do its job or it's a bad helmet. It actually means that it did do its job. It actually protected your head, and it's not a faulty helmet. As a reminder, replace your helmet after any crash. Through some relatively small but really powerful pinpointed changes we made to our spherical shape, we were able to improve the aesthetics of this helmet to make it sleeker and perform better in rotational impacts. So this was our original design. You can see that it's actually a lot more modest in terms of the coverage of the aura reinforcing arch. And after testing this helmet, we decided that it would actually work better to extend this protection in different areas. So you can see the difference here in the final design and the original prototype and how we broke the aura arch from 1 into 2 and added 1 up front to increase ventilation as well as keep the protection that we wanted. When we originally designed this and tested it, we knew we had something really good, but to see the numbers come through from Virginia Tech, it's high fives around the whole office. This helmet is the highest performing that Virginia Tech has ever tested, and that includes mountain, road, urban, anything. And to make it this sleek, this well ventilated, and still have that safety factor is really huge for us.
So who's this thing for? It's for me, that's for sure. I love it. I don't want to wear anything else. You can put this helmet on and be stoked whether you're on your XC bike, your gravel bike, or your road bike. You're going to see it used at the highest levels in competition, the World Tour racing, at the Olympics, those areas. But you're going to see a lot of people that are just enthusiasts that get out on their Saturday rides and they just want the best. Here's the best.
All right, so we're back here in Park City at the Competitive Cyclist Studio. We came back from Santa Cruz and they let us take one of the helmets with us. This is the Giro Aries and it is an amazing helmet. I got to ride it on the road and there's a few things that I noticed about it initially. The weight, it's very light and it is sleek. I have the Ether, which the Aries is replacing, and it's a little bit wider. This thing's really sleek and they were able to do that with this new Spherical MIPS technology they have in here. They've used it on previous helmets, but they redesigned it. And it's much more active now. And it allows them to use dual density foam too for some slower speed impacts and higher speed crashes. I thought it was extremely well ventilated on the climbs. So yeah, I love that about the helmet as well. And then the fit system. It's like a 360 fit around your head. And when you tighten it up, it just seems to snug it up everywhere. So it's really nice. And then I've always been impressed by the Giro straps. They sit nicely against your face. You can adjust them to just below your ears. And the buckle is always really responsive and nice. Something that every cyclist wants is some eyeglasses holders. And they have made these a little bit bigger on this Aries helmet. They held my glasses really nicely. I have some Coup glasses and I put them in here and it was great. No rattling around or anything. And when I was riding in it, I was comfortable the entire time. It didn't rattle around, even though this Spherical MIPS is more active. It doesn't move while you're riding, going over bumps. So all in all, I love this helmet. Yeah, so if you have any questions about this helmet, please reach out to one of our gearheads. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you like this video. And yeah, don't smash your head, but definitely smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.